soft, golden, fresh out of the oven, and you can make them right at home.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Flavors and Footprint. Today we're making something that makes every kitchen smell great. We're making bread buns from scratch. So stay tuned and let's get started.
We will start by mixing 8 grams of yeast with a warm cup of water, and we're gonna let it bloom for 10 minutes. While we wait, we're gonna gather and mix the rest of the ingredients. So we're gonna get 4 cups of flour. You can use whole wheat flour as well. We're gonna add 1¼ tablespoon of white sugar, 1½ teaspoons of salt, and then we're gonna add ½ cup of unsalted butter, melted. From there, we're gonna add an egg, and then we're gonna mix up all these ingredients until we get a consistent mixture. And if you haven't done it yet, subscribe to my channel for more cooking and travel videos. Now it's time to mix our dry mix of ingredients with the yeast and water. And then we're gonna mix everything together until it looks pretty consistent. And then we put it aside and we're gonna let it rest for 20 minutes. And I can tell you guys that this already smells delicious. While we let it rest, we're gonna grab some herbs like basil, rosemary, and whatever you have available in your fridge. And we're gonna cut them into really small pieces, which we're gonna be using at the end of the process to brush part of our buns with melted butter. And this will give you a really distinct flavor.
So 20 minutes have gone by. So now we're gonna knead this dough for 10 minutes consecutively before we're gonna cover it and let it rest for 60 minutes. So we're gonna spread a little bit of flour over our countertop on the surface where you're gonna knead the dough. And then we're gonna start with the kneading process.
And this is the best part, kneading. This is where your dough comes alive. So we'll start by folding it over itself and pressing forward with our palms. Then turn, fold, and press again. Don't rush it. This is what builds the structure and texture. You'll know it is ready when the surface feels smooth and slightly elastic.
So 10 minutes has gone by. Let's finish kneading our dough. So now, before we let it rest for 60 minutes, we're gonna get our container, put a little bit of olive oil, and to make sure that everything is coated on oil. So now that we have finished putting the oil on the base of the container and on top of the dough to make sure that everything is covered in olive oil, we're gonna cover the container. So once this is fully covered, we're gonna use a kitchen towel. We're gonna cover it completely, and we're gonna set up an alarm for an hour. And we are back. So an hour has gone by, and then now we're just gonna finally turn this into 16 different pieces before we put them in the oven. We're gonna knead our dough a little bit more for a few more minutes to make it consistent. It should be ready to go.
Now is the time for us to get our buns ready into shape. We're gonna split them into 8 even pieces and make sure they're ready to move on to the next step. Let's get our baking tray ready.
We've cut our paper to the size. And now we're gonna spray it with cooking oil. This is just to make sure that the bottom of our buns don't stick to the paper.
Let's line up all our 8 balls on our baking tray. Give them a little bit of space to rise because this is where they puff up and turn into those perfectly soft buns we all love.
So after putting the dough in the cooking tray, we are ready again to let it rest for another 30 minutes before we can put them in the oven. Okay, let's see how our bread is coming along.
After just 20 minutes, look at the rice. Soft, airy, and full of life. These are ready for the final step before baking.
Okay, and we are back. So now that 30 minutes have gone by, and look at how beautiful these are looking. So we're gonna mix 1 egg with a little bit of milk. So we're gonna brush this on top of all our bread buns. So when we put them in the oven, they look golden. Let's do this evenly in all of them.
Because this is the secret that makes these buns stay soft even the next day. Do not skip this part.
So today we're gonna do 4 buns with everything bagel seasoning. And the other 4, after we finish, I'm gonna apply some herbs and butter on top.
You can go classic with sesame, nutty with flax, or add a mix of poppy and sunflower for extra crunch. Sprinkle them gently right after brushing so they stick perfectly to the surface.
Okay, so now we are ready to put them in the oven. So we're gonna set up our oven to 356 degrees. It's already preheated, and then we're gonna put them in for 20 to 25 minutes. Check on them after 20 minutes.
Now it's time to bake. Please place that tray in the center of the rack, and then we'll give it 15 to 20 minutes to check on them. So it's been 15 minutes. And look at that color starting to show. The whole kitchen smells like fresh butter.
Let's check our bread. We're gonna use a toothpick. Punch in, clean. So this is ready to go. If you guys can only smell this, oh God. Okay, let's take our bread out of the oven. And then while it's warm, we're gonna apply some butter in all of them.
While they are still hot, I'm brushing all of them with a bit of butter, and then I'm gonna brush the other 4 buns with melted butter and herbs like parsley, thyme, and rosemary. These steps give them that glossy finish and a burst of flavor right off the crust. Look at that, perfectly golden, soft, and still warm. The herb butter glaze gives that shine and aroma that you can almost taste. Simple ingredients, baked to perfection, from my kitchen to yours. And now for the best part, turning this soft, warm bun into a perfect sandwich. We're gonna add a layer of crisp lettuce, then we're gonna add tender chicken with a few onions for crunch, and then we're gonna apply a touch of mayo for that creamy finish. This is a simple, homemade, and packed with flavors sandwich. This is what fresh bacon is all about. If you love food that looks this good and tastes even better, you're in the right place. On this channel, we bring together fresh homemade recipes and the flavor we discover while traveling the world. So join the journey and let's keep exploring new flavors and footprints, one bite at a time.
Hi guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like and hit the notification button so you can see all my new videos. See ya.